and blessings, family. Sister Ajali. This is going to be really quick. It doesn't need to be long at all because the headline just echoes the fact that these are not our people, right? And I want to pin the tail on the real jackass, okay? The one, the donkey, whatever, where we tend to fudge the separation between us over the generations because they hound us relentlessly in order to make us the poster child, the titular head for their self-generated massive dysfunction. It's not even good for pink folks what they do for and to each other, but it ain't none of my daggone business. I'm just about loving us, separating, being a part of helping separate us and to keep us healthy in that separation, because that radiation ain't going to pay any attention to whomever race or nation any one of us on this planet adhere to or call our own. So when I saw this title, I was like, oh no, you're kidding me, you're kidding me. Well, if you incest, how incest became, it's the norm, it's the norm on TV. I remember I did a share a long time ago about Miley Cyrus in a German interview. And when I did the research, I found that, yes, she did do that German interview where she actually was saying, having, I don't even want to say it because it's so disgusting, but doing things with her brother is so hot. And this video I did has to have been about, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. It's not available. I think I have it in my archives pretty much. I'm sure I do. But at the same time, I was just like, you're kidding me. So this is something I just want to pin that tail. So we remember somehow or another, even though very few people know about my existence, and I'm okay with that. Just warn everybody about Fukushima fallout, all right? But I just want to make sure we know this encouragement is coming from these dudes. The pedophile encouragement is coming from these dudes, not from black us. This is not in our nature. Anyone who wants to say, you know, but there were certain depravities and perversions being committed in ancient Akibalan, that was recognized completely as insane, as thoroughly dysfunctional. It wasn't encouraged. It wasn't like there was a whole rich elite of African tribes. They're trying to normalize this stuff in our minds, and Daily Mail's just such a freaking satanic rag. It's just crazy. And so they're saying Gossip Girl, the latest to bring taboo subject, and must always remain so, to the screens after Game of Thrones relaunch Twisted Fantasy. What are you on about? But something that destroys civilization utterly. Now, people are going to say, you know, well, this is what the ancient Kemetic people practice. And, you know, I gotta just say, we're not ancient Kemetic people. I will take that knowledge, that intelligence, because we all, like there's all one ocean, we all connect together inevitably, eventually, going back to the one and the only. However, in ancient Kemetic practices, they got away from that one and only. And so they had a little bit of a, how can I say, a egotistical hierarchy going on, where for them to keep the, you know, royal bloodline pure, they would have brothers marry sisters or their mothers or what, it just, And so that's one of the things that the pink folks, they were already doing that themselves. I'm not saying that the Kemetic people didn't maybe start it. That part I don't know where it got started. All I know is they were way close to them K folks, and it might have had some deleterious impact on them, because that's what these K folks do wherever they go. So no, that does not make it right, right? Because you got all kinds. If you want to see the truth, you just got to look at the deeds. And the deeds, when your physiology is way too similar genetically, are going to produce far more just children with all kinds of ailments, because the royal they call themselves a black nobility. You know what they're trying to say with that. But these pretend queens and kings and princes and princesses up in Europe, I mean, they had the highest rate of hemophiliacs, and they gave birth to all kinds of children who were mentally defective, only they would just, put them away in a little, institution where nobody would know, Queen Victoria. Nobody would know. That's our family, that they didn't even talk about their family members, right? You wouldn't know that Queen Elizabeth had cousins, Queen Victoria's, whatever the heck, who were two very challenged females, locked away for their entirety of their lives. And no apologies or acknowledgments on these people's parts. And so they're the ones who practice that whole incestuous nonsense the most. And I'd imagine this is the way that they can just publicly, by pushing this, because they're part of the satanic elites, pushing this mindset, they could get back to practicing what they've never given up. And we should never co-sign, not ever, but they're going to bring it to black us sooner or later. Sooner or later, I know when it came to, nobody had to tell me not to be attracted to my brother. Gross, Nobody had to inform me that, no, don't do that. Right? That tends to be the way that we are. We just have the Creator's guidance right in our bodies, right in our minds, through our pineal gland, which is like an incredible, my king was explaining it. My king was explaining how we're connected through the dark matter, the black holes, as they describe them, as they're just the signature of creation itself. And all the energies are synchronized. And when you have melanin, you are connected to that galactic telecommunication tour de force. So you are never ever alone, and it is informing you where, if you ponder your own childhood thoughts, how there was always just a core sanity that would let you know, no, don't do that. Don't go that way. They've had to work on us generationally in order to get the army of operatives that they've managed through MK Ultra programming, through the friggin' TV set, and obviously they're pushing incest. Good Lord. All right, so we're totally different people. Excuse me. I'm gonna go get my bucket. I feel so much better. Yeah, just step away. Things like this, have no doubt that these folks mean nobody any good, and especially black you and me. All right? You need all of these guys. Go get them. They're on 25,000 year cycle. You can read the reviews on Amazon, and if you've purchased purchased these and read the books, I know you're going to want to leave an absolutely astoundingly amazing review, which is extremely beneficial if we're about building black. Please assist the one sister who wants to test our food for radiation so we can know what to avoid altogether. We can also map out which of our communities they're sending a beeline of killer, mutagenic death into. We can tell, okay, that's this is shipping it to here, shipping it to there. And I can develop a blue ribbon standard or gold standard stamp of approval for produce and foods that have the lowest amount of radiation. So anybody who is as dedicated as I am, this is what I'm about. If Japanese housewives can do it, surely we can too. I love your family. Straight, black, family, pride, and we got this all through. Easy peasy. Peace and blessings.